Hier ist die neue Folge der Ökonomie-Videos.
You've seen the headlines, right? Digital apes selling for millions, pixel art causing a total frenzy. The term is NFT, and it feels like it's absolutely everywhere. But what in the world does it actually mean? So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a straight-up explainer on non-fungible tokens, what they are, how they work, and why they might just change how we think about the internet. It all boils down to this one really simple but kind of profound question. In a world where anything digital can be copied, pasted, and shared with a single right click, how do you prove you own the original? I mean, really own it. That's the fundamental problem that NFTs are trying to solve. Okay, so where do we even begin? For most people, when they hear NFT, their mind immediately jumps to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. And look, they're related, they're built on similar technology, but they are not the same thing at all. So let's break down that core difference right now. The entire concept hinges on this one word right here: fungible. All that means is interchangeable. A $10 bill in my wallet is worth the exact same as a $10 bill in your wallet. One Bitcoin is worth the same as any other Bitcoin. They're fungible. NFTs? Well, they're the complete opposite. They are non-fungible. This table just lays it all out perfectly. You can see they're both built on the blockchain, sure, but look at the next two rows. That's where everything changes. For fungibility, crypto is a yes, it's interchangeable. But an NFT is a hard no. It's totally unique, it has its own digital identity. And then there's divisibility. You can own, a fraction of a Bitcoin, but you can't own half an NFT. It's all or nothing. You own the whole thing. And that's what makes each one a one-of-a-kind asset. All right, so they're unique and you can't split them up. Got it. But what is an NFT really, like in practice? How does this whole idea of digital ownership actually function? Let's peel back that next layer. Okay, this is the concept that unlocks everything. When you buy an NFT, you're not actually buying the JPEG file or the MP3. I'm going to say that again. You are not buying the file itself. What you're buying is a unique, unhackable entry on the blockchain that proves you are the owner. The best way to think about it is like a digital deed to a house. You own the piece of paper that says the house is yours, not the actual bricks and wood. So how does a regular old digital file get this official deed? Well, it's through a process they call minting. An artist creates their work, right? Then they mint it on a blockchain. And that one action creates the unique token, the NFT, which is now forever linked to that piece of art. It creates a public record of ownership that anyone in the world can see and verify. And this technology isn't as brand new as you might think. The standard for these unique tokens was actually set up way back in 2017 on the Ethereum blockchain. But what really put NFTs on the map was a game about cats. Yep, CryptoKitties. You could own and breed these unique digital cats, and it caused the first mainstream explosion. In fact, it got so popular, it nearly crashed the entire Ethereum network. That's when the world saw both the massive potential and the huge challenges of this new idea. So while those million-dollar digital art sales get all the headlines, the real potential of NFTs might be way, way beyond the art world. Let's explore some of the other places this is popping up. Take music, for example. An artist could sell an album as an NFT directed to their top 100 fans, completely cutting out all the middlemen. Or how about gaming? Right now, when you buy that rare sword in a game, you're basically just renting it from the company. But if that sword were an NFT, you would truly own it. You could sell it, trade it, maybe even take it with you to a different game someday. It's also perfect for collectibles, right? Creating verifiable, limited edition digital trading cards that are impossible to fake. And even something like event tickets. Imagine your concert ticket is an NFT. It's impossible to counterfeit, and after the show is over, it becomes this permanent digital souvenir of that experience. Pretty cool. So when you pull all of this together, what's the big promise here? Well, it's about shifting power. It's about giving creators a direct line to their audience and giving users, true verifiable ownership over their digital stuff. But, and this is a huge but, it is not that simple. The NFT world is full of hype and speculation, and that comes with some very serious risks and controversies that you absolutely need to know about. Looking at them side by side, you can really see the conflict. The advantages are powerful, no doubt. You get clear, tamper-proof ownership. And artists can sell directly to their fans and even get royalties automatically every single time their work gets resold. But the disadvantages, they are severe. Transaction fees, they call them gas fees, can sometimes cost more than the NFT itself. Trading platforms have been hacked. The environmental cost is a massive concern, with some blockchains using an insane amount of energy. And on top of all that, the market is a total roller coaster. Values can soar one day and completely crash the next. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. It gets to the core paradox of NFTs. Owning the token gives you the official bragging rights. You have that digital deed. But it does absolutely nothing, zero, to stop anyone else from right-clicking and saving a perfect copy of the image. You own the token, not the actual pixels. So, this brings us full circle, right back to that fundamental question we started with. NFTs are forcing us to ask a much, much bigger question. As more and more of our lives move online, how are we going to define value and ownership? This technology is one possible answer, for sure, but it's an answer that seriously challenges our oldest ideas of what it means to possess something. And that is a question worth thinking about.